and they all fall down. Hey guys, so sorry I'm a day late with this video. I had a bad mental health day and just didn't have a chance to film or edit yesterday. So I'm posting today on Sunday, but I'll try to get back on schedule. So today I am going to show you what I read in the month of November. There are 6 books that I DNF'd due to either not liking them, not really vibing with them at the time. I might pick some of them back up again. It just kind of depends. So let's go through those. Okay, the first book I DNF'd was Poison Princess, and Mandy, I know you're going to be upset about this, but I tried reading it and I used to listen to the audio and I just wasn't vibing with it. It was really bad accents. So I'm going to try to pick this one up physically at a later time. This is by Kresley Cole and it's about a girl who has hallucinations about basically the end of the world, and then it starts to come true and she feels like she's at fault for it and kind of just dealing with that, and it's like a fantasy, and it was good. It just the audiobook was terrible. So I'm going to try it again. Just without the audiobook this time. The next one I DNF'd was The Catcher in the Rye, and this is by J.D. Salinger. And the reason why I DNF'd it was just because it's super slow. It's just basically a bunch of rambling about life, and I just did not get along with it. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't even tell you what it's about because I read maybe like 50 pages and still have no idea what this book's about. So yeah, DNF'd this. Then I DNF'd Ham on Rye because, again, same kind of concept. I wasn't feeling it. My husband recommended this one as well, and it just wasn't for me. It's one of his favorites, and he loves Bukowski, and it's Charles Bukowski, but I just didn't get along with it. And I might pick it up again at some point. I gotta be in a certain mood for these kind of books, and I just, again, don't know what this one's about either, but yeah. I'll pick it up at some point again, I'm sure, and try because it's really important to him, but I just wasn't feeling it this month. Alright, halfway through the DNFs. So I also DNF'd Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. And as much as I wanted to love this, because I do love her other 2 books, Sharp Objects was okay, but I love Dark Places, and I do love the movies of Gone Girl, and I do love the movie Dark Places. And I think I haven't seen the show for Sharp Objects, but I want to see it. Even her short novel, The Grown Up, was really good, but since I've seen the movie, I don't really care what happens in the book. I know the book's usually better, but it was just, I was bored and I couldn't get into it. I wanted to, I might try it again at some point, but again, I just wasn't vibing with it. Then I was really disappointed that I DNF'd Rebecca, and this is by Daphne du Maurier, I think is how you say it. I really wanted to see the Netflix movie, and I picked up the book so I could read it and then watch it, which I still haven't watched it, so maybe that'll help, but I was just really bored, not feeling it, not getting along with the characters. So I think I'm going to try to watch the movie and then pick up the book if I like the movie. Okay, my last DNF I feel is very justified. It's not that I didn't like the book. I was really liking what I read. I host a book club on Facebook with some of my friends from back home and in where I live now, and we meet on Skype and talk and everything, but we all did not finish this. This is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Poloni, and I was really excited for this. I've never read Eragon or the series that followed or anything like that, but this sounded really good, and I was really in the mood for a sci-fi. So I picked it up. I got about 260 pages in, and I got super distracted. And I could not get back into this because of how hefty this book is. And the fact that it just overwhelms me is what made me DNF it. So I do want to pick it back up. We actually canceled the meeting because none of us finished on time. This one's about a woman who's in space, and it's a sci-fi. I don't even know how to explain it honestly, but it's supposed to be really good. So hopefully I'll be able to get into it later. Okay, so the 2 that I finished but I did not own or don't own anymore physically are The Phlebotomist, and this is by Chris Pantier, and I think I said that right. And this was a dystopian about a woman who lives in a world where we're controlled by blood. Our blood type determines our class, and we use blood as currency. And so this book was super entertaining at the beginning, and it was super good, but I just did not like how it ended. I got really bored towards the middle, and it was just like it was trying to be something that's already been done in a different way. It's kind of hard to explain that, but I feel like I've read this a million times just with like a couple things changed. So I was kind of bored. I ended up selling it because I did not like it. I bought it for a cover buy though because it's super pretty. But yeah, did not like it. I did finish it, but I did not like it. So this, I believe, I gave like 2 stars. Next, I finished Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I gave this 5 stars, and I really liked this. This is about a girl whose sister gets murdered, and they were really close, so she goes on a hunt to find the killer, basically. It's a YA fantasy, and it's super entertaining, super fun. I love the characters, love the story, and if you like Stalking Jack the Ripper and like Carrie Maskilla's writing, I highly recommend this one. Next, I got caught up on 2 manga series. So first, I read volumes 1 through 4 of Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. And this is about a girl who bullies a boy because she's into him, and just kind of their relationship and how it flows, and her terrible friends and all this other stuff. So I've read volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was super entertaining, super fun. I really liked it. Super cute, and I wish that they would make this into an anime because I really liked it. Then, once I started reading this next manga, I was like, okay, this is nowhere near as good as Don't Toy With Me, but I ended up really loving it, and I ended up binging the whole anime in one day with my husband, and I read all 3 volumes of Rent a Girlfriend. And this is about a boy who gets lonely when he gets broken up with by his girlfriend and rents a girlfriend with this service that they have in Japan. I don't know if it's an actual service, but in this it is. And so I read volumes 1, 2, and 3 of that, and it's super cute, and basically they dig themselves into a hole and get caught in a lie, and they just keep digging, and it's super good. If you want to know more, check out my husband's haul of manga, and he can explain it better than I can. But it was super cute, highly recommend the anime, but of course the book's better. Then I read Halsey's book of poetry, and it's called I Would Leave Me If I Could. This was super raw, super beautiful, and I of course loved Halsey's words just as I like her music. If you don't know her, she's a pop singer, and she is super fun to watch. I love her videos, I love her music, and this was just really beautiful and raw, and it was fantastic, and I love the cover. It's so like ugly pretty, I don't know how to explain it, but it's excellent, and highly recommend this one if you like poetry, and if not, it's a great place to start because you can kind of get along with what's going on. You can kind of vibe with it, and you can kind of relate to it, if you will. So recommend this. 5 out of 5. Next, I read Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi, and this is for Alyssa's book of the month. And if you want to learn more about Alyssa's channel, you can look below. She's actually the one who created the art for my channel, so her link will be down below for her Instagram. And this is about a girl whose touch is deadly until she meets a boy who she can touch and it's not deadly. And she's kind of in this prison because of her deadly touch and trying to escape, and like the government and all this other stuff. Super good. I would have liked it better had it been 10 years ago. I feel like it was a little young for me. You know, it's YA, but it was like 10 years ago YA. It's not even like current YA. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know how to explain it. And I'm sorry there's a sticker on it. I didn't take it off. But this was okay. 3 out of 5 stars. Next, I read A Clockwork Orange, and this is by Anthony Burgess. And this was recommended by my husband. This is one of the ones he picked for me to read this month, or last month. And this is basically, I don't know, is it a dystopian? I don't know how to explain it really, but basically a kid and his friends go around creating problems and basically their life. And I found it super entertaining. A lot of people, when I posted I was reading this, was like, no, I didn't finish that. I couldn't even read, I couldn't even watch the movie. And Drew was like, no, just try to get through it. And I did, and it was really good. And I was really glad I got the chapter with, or the book with the last chapter that was left out in the United States, but was left in the United Kingdom version. And I thought it was a good wrap up, so I really did like this. I believe I gave it a 3 or 4 out of 5 stars due to the fact that it was slow in parts, and it was kind of hard to follow because they kind of have like their own language, but I thought it was super good. If you can stand it, because there is some heavy trigger warnings in this, if you can deal with those, like there's a rape and like violence and all that kind of stuff, if you can deal with that, it's a good book. So next, I read The Langoliers, I think is how you say it, and this is a short story by Stephen King. I believe it was originally published in 4 Past Midnight, and I bought the individual copy just because I loved the cover, and I read it, and it was super good. It was very entertaining. I don't remember what star I gave it. I want to say like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, and it was creepy, beyond creepy, and it's about the people that get on a plane, and like half the people on the plane disappear, and it's creepy, it's fun, I love Stephen King short novels because there's not too much detail, because I feel like he over-explains. It was super good, so I do recommend it. Yeah. Okay, I've got 2 more for you. So next I read Fahrenheit 451, and this is by Ray Bradbury. And this is about a society where they burn books, and if you're caught with a book, they burn it and you're in trouble, basically. And it's super good. I gave it 3 out of 5 just because there were some parts that lagged. You can tell that it's an older book, but I did really like it, and I'm interested in seeing the show, or the movie. I don't remember which one it was, or if they have both. And lastly, the first book I read this month. I just discovered this author because of Bookbow, which is a book sleeve company, not sponsored or anything, but I buy their book sleeves all the time. And they had a specialized Bookbow for this author and the release of her book, and the book is Twisted Circles by Claire Contreras. and I absolutely loved this. So I reached out to the author and asked her if I could have if I could pay for a signed copy of the first book, which is Hidden Truths, and this book, which is the sequel called Twisted Circles. And she's like, absolutely. And I paid for them, and they were really good price. And she's mailed them to me. She mailed me some stickers and all this great stuff. I think there were some buttons. And I ended up getting the BookBow exclusive from BookBow, and yeah, so I have like the complete collection now, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait for the third one. I have no idea when it's coming, but it's another character who I was like, if they don't make a story about him soon, I'm gonna be mad. And she's like, at the end of this book, in the audiobook, she's like, his story is coming, and I was so excited. So this is basically a college set story where with secret societies, and it's so much fun. And this is the sequel, so I don't want to spoil anything because I read the first one like the day before I read this. So I read the first one maybe like the 29th or 30th of October, and then I skipped the 31st obviously for Halloween, and then I picked this up on the 1st, and I read them both in one sitting. So good, so fun. I did like the first one better. This one was a little bit different, but I thought it was gonna be more romance, like a romantic story, but it really wasn't, and they were really good and spooky and fun, and I highly recommend them. If you want, comment below and I will do a BookBow, like a book sleeve collection. I've done one before, it's on my channel. If I remember to link it, I will, but if you want another one, I have an updated collection that I can share with you guys, so comment below if you want to see that and I'll make it a video. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment below and tell me what you read in November, and let me know what you're excited to read in December. I would love to hear what you're reading. And don't forget to like this video if you want to, and subscribe if you can, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.